let me tell you a little bit about the building. I'll do an abbreviated history. This building was opened from 1881 to 1889, 24 hours a day. During that time, there were 16 gun and knife fights. 26 men and 1 woman lost their lives here. And throughout the building, there's 140 bullet holes. That is a .45 caliber in the bar. Bullets still in there. Up in the ceiling, between this light and that fan, straight up, that's a smaller bullet. That's a .32 caliber. Then over here in the human fly poster, that is a
18 inches.
45. That's a .45 caliber ricochet. Then over there in the green plaster wall above the Lyman Twins poster, that is a big bullet. That's a .44 caliber. And then this is Fatima, speaking of bullet holes. Now, she was a performer here on our stage in 1881. She later toured Europe and became very famous when she changed her name to Little Egypt. Now, throughout her 9-foot canvas, she has 6 patch bullet holes. And she also has a knife slash in her skirt right below her knee there. And it looks like she has 2 belly buttons. One of those is a bullet hole. And this staircase to the left of Fatima, and you're welcome to look over this case and look at the wear and tear on those stairs. There's a good reason why. That was the only way the men had to go and see the soiled doves that worked here.
Soiled doves.
So, okay. Well, there's no children, so I could say it was a whorehouse, but I'll just say brothel. There's 7 of these 4x8 rooms upstairs. There's 7 on each side. They overhang the gambling casino and back, and that's where the ladies plied their trade. Each one of these had a little bench in it, and the bench would fold out into a bed. So the ladies would draw the curtains, fold the bench out into a bed, and that's where they worked. And this bar and back bar, this bar's been here since December of 1881. Now, the railroads would not insure those mirrors behind the bar, and those are the original mirrors. So this whole thing had to be loaded on the Star of India, and it went around the Horn of South America to a port in San Francisco. Then this whole thing was wagon trained out here to Tombstone. That took 6 months for this bar to get here, but it's been sitting here ever since. They even delayed the grand opening until the bar got here. In the back, there's a gambling casino with the dice, blackjack, and faro tables. And we have the table that Doc Holliday dealt faro from time to time. And then in the orchestra pit sits the original grand piano. I'm supposed to say massive grand piano. It's not that big, but it is. But people were smaller back then. So massive grand piano. And then on the stage are portraits of some of the performers who played here, including Sarah Bernhardt, Lily Langtry, Lotte Crabtree, and Enrico Caruso were all on this stage. Then backstage we have Tombstone's most valuable antique. It's a horse-drawn hearse. It's called the Black Mariah. This thing is so cool. It's worth $2 million. It was trimmed in 24-karat gold and sterling silver. And it took all but 6 bodies to Boot Hill during its running time. So very busy hearse. Then downstairs we have 5 more rooms. 2 of the rooms are the high-priced $40 a night brothel rooms. And we have the room where Wyatt Earp met Josephine Sarah Marcus. They met here in the building and they started their lifelong love affair. They were married until Wyatt Earp's death in 1929. So it's an amazing building. Everything that was here when it closed in 1889 is still here. We're in about 8% of the building up here. The rest is behind those walls. And these partitions above and below this catwalk, this bridge, these are the only things that have been done to the building, is to put these partitions in 1934. Other than that, everything is absolutely original, except obviously things like the sprinkler system. So if you guys would like to tour it, it's $10 for adults, $9 for seniors, and your ticket height, you'll be exiting through the lower level downstairs. Yep, right
so it's
through there.
kind of self-guided. We don't get lost.
Yeah, you can't get lost.
Right.
Well, I should say that. You want to go through and look? Wow.
The place is so loud, it's got bullet holes and shit in it. It's my kind of
So
place.
these are the rooms where they would do it. They would just draw the curtains and do it up there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or they'd watch the show here.
Thank you, Dean. That's good, man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
One of the reasons why, because what Jay Daniels was saying yesterday, when a film production comes in, they destroy it. And this is the original wallpaper, the original paintings, is the original scripts the ladies were. Those ladies were $25. which would have been $750 in today's money. There's 14 of them. They stayed busy. One of their jobs was to get the cowboy or the miners so drunk that they wouldn't remember what they had done. So, and they got a percentage of the liquor sale. So these women were making good money.
Really good money.
Based upon what they did or didn't do, but mostly how to booze.
Free enterprise system.
Here are people in red light districts, and those are mostly these little tents or little buildings that are big outhouse. And those hookers were like a dollar. It might have been over 5,000. 5,000. This was the largest city between St. Louis and San Francisco. So it was a really big deal. People came here to make money and they could. So a dollar would have been about $30.
Hey, Jerome, here's a little wide open, 1926.
And now this stuff wasn't here, but that Pharaoh table was. And very much like in the movie, there would have been some tables and chairs and stuff for people to either sit and watch the movies on the stage, or sit or drink. This wall wasn't here, so you look right out the bar down Canal Street. And she said, and that's true, there